Welcome back, once again adventurers, to Let's Play Robotics Notes DaSH. In the last episode, with Kou Kimijima and the Matchlock robot now gone from over the festival, Daru and Kaito and the rest of the Robotics Club can take a bit of a break and actually enjoy the festivities proper, along with the other crowds of onlookers who were previously fleeing in panic-stricken terror now that things have settled down. And yeah, and the other thing to say was that Kaito was getting a bit of a pep talk from Nai, who understands only too well what Kaito did to ensure that Daru actually could pinpoint the EM signal. Yeah. But now, yeah, I think the others are calling Kaito.
一人でそんなところにいないで、こっちに来たらどうです？
せっかくなんだからみんなで回ろうよ。
Friends, huh?
聞こえねえのか。ナイ様から離れろって言ってんだよ。
And that was a very impressive slide shuffle there you just did, Frau. Also, yeah, I think you only said that the first time, which was just then.
ほら、お兄ちゃん、早く早く。
But everyone's waiting for Kaito, so yeah.
ほら、いってらっしゃい。
Nai-san pushes me lightly on the back, encouraging me to run over to the crew. Robotics Club are now truly reunited once again. Does Nai-san see anything between us that she admires? I think she mentioned it. Will we be able to cultivate that kind of relationship going forward? Probably, question mark. And then the thought runs through my mind. Maybe that's all up to this festival too. A lot of expectations. Mesopause converter. Will the future be waiting for me too? Achievement unlocked.
あれ、おかしいな。
What exactly is weird, Daru? I'm having a hard time figuring out the circuitry. This is the electromagnetic wave irradiation device that Kou Kimijima left behind. The device that projects delusions into people's minds. This was the root of the chaos that's occurred over the past several days, and something I've been curious about. considering I'm a sucker for new gadgets, now that I've got it in my hands, I've been obsessing over the thing, but seems like there are still things beyond your understanding, Daru.
いかんね。どうにも調子が悪いっぽい。
The power has been turning on and off randomly. Well, considering the fact that it's got a giant crack in it and it has clearly absolutely been decimated by Savaru, I'm not surprised. And it doesn't seem to be functioning properly either. No credit, is it? I brought some basic tools with me in case something like this happened, but it doesn't look like I can address the issue with what I have on me. Man, even if I were able to repair it, it'd be a hassle to try and do a test run here. Probably with good reason.
どうすっかな。
Well, obviously you're looking to reverse engineer it, Daru, but just as I lie down facing up, the Pokécom beside my pillow starts ringing. The caller, my beloved waifu, Yuki-dan. Yeah, whatever. You should probably answer it, Daru. I can fix this when I'm back in Tokyo. Yeah, good call.
はいはい。僕、ダルくんだお。元気元気。そっちは？え？もうしばらくこっちにいるつもり。
It's gonna be one of those evenings. And now it's daylight. The festival was buzzing more than ever after the craziness of last night. Of course, the main reason is that the real festival starts today, which means it's going to be even more extravagant and everything. And let's see if anything else has popped up onto the boat. You better not be sinking your venom fangs into those pure kids in Takagashima. Too little too late, Kurikame. Too little too late. Yeah, of course not. Of course I'm not a perv. I'm a perverted gentleman, as you keep saying. Jokes aside, I would never do such a thing. I love my family. In fact, I want to go home right now and hug them both. Understood. Lunch with Mayushi. Had it a little early today. Some news. To teach one's skills is like suicide. Skills are hidden powers. Use them without being noticed to display your full potential. Very morbid there, homie. I got it. I guess that's what the Seishin Zanma style means to Ruka still training hard. He's really gone this time, right? I wish I could answer that question with confidence. Wow. But after finally hearing my family's voice again, I long to go home. Daddy is going to work a little bit more over here. The time we can't see each other makes love stronger. GG too easy. I'm tired. There were so many people today. What happened? Well, I'm pretty sure the restaurant is going to be glad to be getting so many customers. As for you, Akio, yeah. Thanks for your hard work. It's because of yesterday's thing. It's because yesterday's thing is trending online. I see. It's nice for the festival, but this is kind of nothing whatsoever on the broadcast, and nothing from yeah. Oh well. But I also feel like there are more people here because of the news of the Kou Kimijima incident. That's what, yeah, that's gonna be annoying. Everyone must be relieved that no one got hurt as a result of all the insanity. Curiosity takes over once you realize there's no threat to your safety. It might be basic human physiology, as probably Kurikame would be wanted to point out. Anyway, even just quickly scanning the area, it seems like there are a lot more stands and events going on compared to the previous days, which are just the numbers.
さてと、じゃまずはどこに行きますかね。
While I contemplate that, I catch sight of someone I've become quite familiar with over the past several days in the corner of my eye. It's Yashio-Q, because who else? Does he have that much time on his hands? Probably. He said he was still unemployed. I wonder if he's okay. Well, considering the fact that he's been studying in university. But Yashio-Kyun is...
おはようございます。
is Airi. Airi-Tom notices me looking at them from afar and comes over. And along with Kaito.
橋田さん、もしかして暇を持て余してるんですか？
Yeah, funny coincidence that. I was going to throw those words right back at him, but I hold back. Missed opportunity there, Daru. I'm gonna lie. I'm an adult, and he's right about my free time.
二人は何してるん？
せっかく本格的に祭りも始まったことだし、ちょっと見て回ろうかと思ってね。
Indeed, taking the sights, the sounds, everything really.
なんだよ。そんじゃ僕と一緒じゃん。
それにしても思った以上に人がいますね。
And yet there are. Says Airi-Tom as she spins and looks around. I look at Airi-Tom and Yashio-Kyun once again.
どうかしましたか？
いや、二人は兄弟じゃないんだよね。
No, definitely not.
それどころか親戚でもないけど。
でも一緒に住んでるんだよね。
Yeah, complicated is the mildest way of putting it, Daru.
はい、お兄ちゃんのお家でお世話になっています。
それ僕が言いたいのはそれだお。
make too big of a deal out of it, Daru.
どれですか？
Airi-tan gasps when I reflexively shout.
そのお兄ちゃんって呼び方、兄弟でも親戚でもないのに一つ屋根の下に暮らしつつ、しかもお兄ちゃんなんて。
Now is far from the time for this, Daru. I try to think for myself why this is the case. Good luck with that. But I keep coming up with forbidden scenarios, of course you would, because you don't understand the truth. The only ones who will be able to tell you that truth is Kaito and Airi, because I still won't, Daru. If you're gonna be like
違う
that,
からね。
yeah, just take Kaito's word for it. For all our sakes.
橋田さんのことだからどうせろくでもないこと考えてたんでしょ。そういうのじゃないですから。
Yeah, Kaito's already got you pegged out, Daru. Crap is so right through me.
でも、じゃあどうしてお兄ちゃんなんて呼んでるのさ。
That's, well, to put it one way, that's just Airi's thing.
それは。
Yasho-kyun looks at Airi-tan with reluctance. Seems like their relationship is far more complicated than what I had imagined. I just said that. We've become pals recently, but we still don't know much about each other. Maybe I should stop being nosy, but just as that thought crosses my mind.
そうですね。私がお兄ちゃんって呼ぶのも本当はおかしいんですよね。だって本来なら私の方が年上なんですから。
Yeah. Airi just came out and said it.
え？
Your ears did not deceive you, Taru Hashida. Not in the slightest. What did she just say? Airi-tan is older than Yasho-kyun. I think that's what I heard. That is what we heard.
いいの？話しちゃって。
Well,
はい、橋田さんにはいろいろとお世話になってますし。
looks like Airi is starting to trust Daru the same way that Nai is, so in the end, we're kind of in a public space. Airi-tan reveals her story to me, and I'm relieved at that. And let me tell you, it's one hell of a tale. I know, believe me, Daru, I know.
それじゃあ、アイリタンはずっとコールドスリープ。
All because of Kou Kimijima.
はい。ですから私の本当の年齢は24歳。お兄ちゃんよりも年上なんです。
You can't even call it ironic.
とは言っても、あくまでもそれは戸籍上の問題。愛梨ちゃんはずっと寝てただけだからね。心の中も経験も知識も見た目相応の年齢のままだよ。
Ah, cryogenics. Actually, I think I saw this on the news. It was reported that a child who had been in cold sleep due to a fatal disease had awakened. Yeah. That did get broadcast. At the time of the initial reporting, there were lots of rumors surrounding the news, but since the subject was revealed to be a minor, They stopped talking about it, basically. What a surprise. Not only is the girl in question Airi, but Kou Kimijima was directly involved as well. Yeah, that's because he built it. Surprise, surprise. It sounds like Airi disease took a huge emotional toll on her mother and father. And then some, Daru. As a result, Kou Kimijima took advantage of their vulnerable state, leading to their deaths. Honestly, I don't understand. If my daughter was diagnosed with a fatal illness and treatment was futile, would I become tired of living life? Some people do, and some people don't. Unfortunately, in Airi's case, her mother was definitely the former. Her father... But we don't talk about that. I can make the claim that that had never happened to me as much as I want. But if my child was really put in that situation, I can't say for sure that I wouldn't end up the same way. Maybe not on your own, but that's why, but others will behave differently, is what I'm trying to say. If either one of the parents break down, the other will probably be dragged down with them. Or maybe that wouldn't happen. Again, it's all entirely up to circumstance. This is something you can't foresee until you're confronted with it. In that sense, I can't blame Airi-tan's parents, especially since they were manipulated and destroyed by Kimijima. And even she grew tired of watching them suffer, which is why she accepted Kou Kimijima's proposal. That's when she went into cold sleep. She did so out of her own kindness. A kindness that was, well, not repaid. No one is at fault, except Kou Kimijima, as I keep pointing out. Yeah, except for Kou Kimijima. Airi-tan's father grew tired of living on the island after Airi-tan disappeared, so he used that opportunity to try and flee the island. And that's why he was murdered, she says. His actions may be reproachable, but the only person who has the right to criticize him for it is Airi-tan. As for her mother, she was tricked by Kou Kimijima's false message that someone had seen Airi-tan on a remote island and was killed as a result. Her relatives disposed of Airi-tan's empty house while she was missing. Having lost everything, Airi-tan upon awakening met Yashio-kun during last year's incident and has been living at his house ever since. There is also a bit more to the tale of Airi Yukifune and Kaito Yashio Daru, but I won't bring that up. At the end of the day, Kou Kimijima is to blame for all of it. And to add insult to injury, according to Yashio-kun, her fatal disease was also something Kou Kimijima made up. Well... probably should have seen that coming. even that was a lie from Kimijima. She was ill, but not so much that she required cold sleep. In other words, not fatal at all. Of course, only a select few people know this, such as ourselves. Even Irutan hasn't been made aware of that fact. God damn it. He probably decided not to tell her right now because it would be too shocking for her to take in. Having said that, some part of me believes that some part of her already is aware of that truth, but is deciding not to focus on that because, yeah. Either way, Irutan's entire family was destroyed by Kou Kimijima's lies. Both her father and her mother. And the days she would have spent with her friends as an ordinary girl were lost. Kou Kimijima took it all away. The root of all evil is Kou Kimijima, and he is the one to blame. Yeah. Again, ironic considering the fact that he actually did create a working cold sleep machine that could actually, be at the forefront of cryogenics, but oh well. I wonder what was going through Irutan's mind when Kou Kimijima appeared at the festival. Lots of things, though. Lots of things. Since I didn't know her background at the time, I wasn't really observing her actions. But you couldn't have known. But I don't think I felt too much resentment coming from her. Disappointment, perhaps, but, yeah. Even Airi knows full well that, if she gave Kou Kimijima all of her rage and hatred, she would be giving him exactly what he wanted from her. Maybe there's an even more complicated story surrounding her and Kou Kimijima. Something that none of us outsiders know about. No, I think now you've gotten pretty much the gist of it. The fact that he pretended to be kind and helpful when in reality, well, he ruined her family, and then some.
橋田さんは優しい人なんですね。
Whatever else that much is true. Irutan says after I listened to her story to the end.
優しい僕が
Don't push your luck, Daru.
だって知り合って間もない私の話を聞いてそんなに辛そうな顔するなんて、それは橋田さんが優しい証拠です。
あれ、僕そんな深刻な顔してた？もしかしてあれかな？渋さが顔ににじみ出ちゃってたかな？
Well played, Daru. Well played.
そうやってごまかそうとするところも優しい証拠です。
Yeah, she's, seeing right through you, Daru. Being told something like that face to face is pretty embarrassing.
まあでも愛梨ちゃんは愛梨ちゃんだよ。だから橋田さん、くれぐれも彼女を特別扱いしたりしないでほしい。
Consider it done, Kaito. Yeah, Yashu-kun says with a serious tone. And to that I say...
それは無理だよ。
I slowly shake my head.
無理ってそれどういうこと？
特別扱いするなだって。そんなの無理に決まってるっしょ。だって彼女アイリタンは完璧な合法ロリなんだお。
He said it anyway. God freaking damn it, Daru.
はい。
I would say pretend you didn't hear him, Kaito, but yeah, it's a long story.
合法？
これまでにアニメや漫画の世界で合法ロリキャラは数多くいたけど、それはあくまで見た目が若いだけで、中身は年相応のキャラクターばかり。
I'm sure if a certain other person was here, she would be giving you words and then some. And I'm not talking about Kurikame, Daru.
けれど、アイリタンは違う。戸籍上は24歳かもしらんけど、実際に生きてきた年月は14年。もちろん見た目も。しかも3次元。そんな子がまさか実在しているなんて。
3D, human beings of flesh and blood. 2D is the descriptor used for the fictional world, and 3D for the real world. The two descriptors were derived from a way to refer to various female anime and manga characters on @channel, e.g. 2D girls.
これをパーフェクトと言わずに何と言う。
Don't get too carried away. There, Daru.
ああ、神よ。あなたは何という罪な所業をなされたのか。ここにそのような天使を生み出されるなんて。
アイリちゃんさ、これでも橋田さんが優しいって言える？
ごめんなさい。少し考え直してもいいですか？
You ruined it, Daru. You ruined it. Good job. Yeah. Says Iritan bluntly, but she soon breaks into a giggle. Yep, this easygoing vibe is exactly what I prefer.
どうかしたの？
Airi-tan hurriedly smiled at Yashio-kyun. It's a rather sad smile. But I noticed that Airi-tan saw something. When I trace her gaze, I see a young wife holding a little baby. She looks to be around 20 years old, give or take. She's walking ever so happily with her kind-looking husband. Seems like Yashio-kyun has noticed them too.
もしかして知り合い？
あ、はい。同級生です。多分。
That's unfortunate. Both Yashio-kyun and I are at a loss for words. Yeah, awkward doesn't even begin to describe.
もしコールドスリープしてなかったら、私にもあんな未来が待っていたんでしょうか。
unfortunately, the answer to that question remains uncertain.
アイリタウン。
学校に行ってみんなと一緒に勉強してアイドルに憧れたりして卒業して誰かと恋に落ちて結婚して
Airi watches her classmate with a fierce yearning in her eyes. Maybe she's picturing herself as she should have been by now. Alas. An image of herself that could have been with an ordinary life and an ordinary story.
ごめんなさい変なこと言っちゃいましたね
It's not your fault, Airi.
いや、
お二人ともそんな顔しないでくださいもしコールドスリープしてなければ多分私は今こうして生きてなかったかもしれないんですから
If it wasn't for Kaito, Airi would probably still be in that cold sleep machine permanently. Because I doubt that anyone else would have stumbled upon it. Airi-tan's words are even more painful to someone who knows the truth.
だからこれでよかったんですきっと
Because of her sickness, she was barely able to attend school, and by the time she woke up, all of her friends had become adults. She's a young girl left behind in time. It's no surprise that she would yearn for an alternate past, one where she lived life normally.
あ、カイ
And look who it is, it's Akio. Yeah, time to put this conversation on hold, and with that, this episode of Let's Play Robotics Notes DaSH. But when we return, we have the rest of the day to enjoy. As always, until next we meet.